Hi.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your research and why you're interested and where your standards are and what you've come to learn a little bit about comparing companies, specifically NeoLife, and other people ask about Juice Plus. It's supposed to be whole food, it's supposed to have a lot of the different fruits and vegetables. We're trying to give people an alternative to not being able to get everything they need in their diet, and people want to know what's the difference between Juice Plus and NeoLife.
Yes. To me, there's a plethora of differences, but Juice Plus kept coming up when I was looking into nutrition, and so I decided I wanted to do a little research on it. And even their video, they show how they get the carotenoids in their garden blend, and they take it down to a powder form, put it in 5-gallon buckets, and ship it to another place to get filled into capsules. And anyone knows anything about antioxidants knows the second they touch oxygen, they're dead. And so essentially they're killing all the antioxidants, all the carotenoids they claim to have in there. And the only carotenoid they end up with is a synthetic beta-carotene from Dulicialeones, which is pond scum. Last I checked, my garden didn't have any pond scum in it. And in fact, it's not part of the human food chain. The fish don't even eat it. They'll lay their eggs in it, they'll poop in it, but they won't eat the pond scum. And so yes, it does have carotenoids in it, but it's not part of the human food chain. So there were some red flags. So I ended up calling up John Morey, who was supposedly their scientist. Found out he was a chemist that helped formulate their products. But he would not give me any third-party evidence whatsoever. We spent an hour on the phone talking, and he kept saying, well, just try it and see how you feel. Well, people offered pot to me in high school and said, just try it, see how you feel. That's not how I base my decisions when it comes to my body, which is my number one asset. I want to know any kind of third-party evidence, any third-party science that says this product's actually going to get into my body and do something useful. And he couldn't give me any third-party evidence. What he kept saying was, well, it has more vitamin C than a glass of orange juice. And I go, well, are you talking Sunkist, or are you talking like fresh squeezed homemade oranges?
Yeah, totally different, right?
Yeah, totally different source.
The real thing. Yeah.
He wouldn't even give me that answer. And I go, so how much vitamin C is that? And he's like, well, it's just more than a glass of orange juice. And so it kept coming back to me that
it's kind of like cliche facts instead of evidence.
Yeah, there was no real evidence. There was no science behind it. One of my favorite things is that in their video, they say that they're being studied by 24 different universities. What they leave out is what those universities found. You can be studied by all kinds of things, but I want to see the results of those studies. Like, what were the benefits? And then when I looked at the one study they had published, it was done by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. I looked a little deeper, and it was actually NeoLife study on the carotenoid complex.
Oh, so they use that study on NeoLife products as evidence for theirs, which does not have the same ingredients.
Oh, not even close to the same ingredient. Yeah. And then it says, well, these carotenoids are shown to do these benefits. Well, yeah, they're right. NeoLife's carotenoids are shown to have those benefits, but it definitely wasn't Juice Minus. Well. So yeah, to me, it's very good marketing, very little science. And then when I looked deeper into it, I became aware that it actually isn't even a good supplement. Like I wouldn't even give it to a friend or somebody I didn't like.
Okay.
Like I would just say, you know what, go eat a salad. You'll get a whole lot more.
Yeah, just from checking out some of the marketing, I wouldn't have known any of that. So that's encouraging for me to look a little bit deeper. But you've done it already, so no need to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, and once again, I've looked at a lot of different companies because in the beginning I thought I had to compare everything. And what I found is whenever I looked beyond the marketing, I found they just had major gaps. There was information missing, or the studies were never done on their product in the first place. And so to me, what I really appreciate about NeoLife is every time I dig deeper, I find more credibility. The science they're talking about is not only their internal science, but third-party studies that are done, and it's on their product and the potent amounts that they tell you to take. So
and then they actually give us,
They actually give it to you. Like even acai, back when Monavie was big, they were saying, oh, acai does all these wonderful things. Well, acai does in 8-ounce glasses of acai.
Yeah.
Yet they mixed it with 17 other fruits. So it's really diluted, and then they take this little minuscule shot and be like, oh, potent wellness.
And who knows if that's still alive in that form, right?
Well, yeah. And so those antioxidants, once again, expose them to oxygen.
Gotcha.
They're dead.
Wow. Okay, well, thanks. And by the way, what's your background? What do you do?
Oh, I'm a nerd. I'm actually a soap maker, and I also do a lot of research on essential oils and things like that because we have essential oils in our soaps, and we like doing all natural skincare products. So I've always kind of been into whole food, natural, organic, doing things the way God intended us to.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Dwight. I really appreciate it.